You want to be very thoughtful about developing your people so that as a leader, you're not dependent upon just one person.
Believe you were born to win. It's your right to win. Claim it, frame it, 'cause you were.
Your team needs to know that you're available, but being available 24/7 is a recipe for burnout. As a leader, you always want your people to know that you are interested in hearing from them, especially if there is a problem. If people approach you about a problem or an issue they are having, or even just to get clarity, and you repeatedly behave as if you're being bothered or why are they wasting your time, here's what's going to happen, leaders. There will come a time where they will not try to access you. There will come a time when there is a big issue, but because they don't want that kind of engagement, they choose not to tell you. Newsflash, you can't fix it if you don't know that it's broken. So you always want to create an environment, and I'm going to call that the micro environment with your team. You always want to create a micro environment where they know you are there for them. Now, it's up to you to train them on when it's appropriate to get access to you. So, one of the things that I remember saying to my team, oh man, this was a few years ago, is that I respect your vacation. Vacation is meant for you to vacate. You will not get a phone call from me while you are on vacation. You will not get invited to a conference call. Make sure before you go on vacation that the other people on your team are aware of what you are working on. And if there is something that is time sensitive, you make sure that you have a backup. If you don't have a backup, come and see me, and we'll talk about the right way for things to continue while you are vacating. The implication that I was making to my team is that when I go on vacation, do not call me. If I have not done my job, if I have not properly trained my team to carry on in my absence for 7 days. Now, I always said to the team, listen, I'm now about to go on vacation, but here's the deal. If something happens, the CEO calls, one of our deals fall apart, or something is mission critical and you really need a sign off from me, then call me. But I want you to think seriously about whether or not the situation warrants a call. Because here's the deal, leaders. You need to be focused on creating ambidextrous teams. Whatever Amber is doing, James should be able to do, Crystal should be able to do, Tony should be able to do. You want to be very thoughtful about developing your people so that as a leader, you're not dependent upon just one person, that your team is ambidextrous, almost interchangeable, but that everyone knows what everyone else is working on and that they can step in whenever there may be a need for them to step in. So if you have developed your teams as such, then you should be able to leave the premises, go on vacation, and know that business will carry on without you. If you want to be accessible to your team, but you don't want people polluting the 24/7 confines, then you also want to be clear about when you are available and when you're not. If you're a parent, you say, I am good until 8 o'clock. But between 8 and 10, I'm reading to my kids, I'm putting them down, I'm decompressing from the day, I'm sending a few emails, and I got a small window between 10 and 10:30 before it's shut eye for me. Or I'm up very early in the morning and I work out between 5 and 6:30. You might not be able to get me, but anytime after 6:30, I'm good to go. So that's another strategy that you can have by being an accessible leader, but also creating some boundaries so that you are not overwhelmed. The last thing I'm going to tell you, leaders, is that you might want to think about training your team around being creative thinkers and being problem solvers. It's not a foregone conclusion that everybody that's coming onto your team is a great problem solver. You have people with different kinds of skills. But one of the most important things that you can do as a leader is to help to develop people with respect to their problem solving skills, which means sometimes you have to give them a problem and let them work it out on their own. Do not offer the answer or the solution. Let them arrive at a solution and an answer. And whether if it's right, that's great, you celebrate, but you amplify what they did right. If it's wrong, you sit down and dissect it with them so that they can learn about what they should do the next time. But more importantly, if it wasn't right that time, you dissect it. You want to be swift to put them right back up on the horse so they can try again. That's how you can develop them and develop them effectively. Go get them.